Hi, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be talking about moving and getting my dog. The first thing I want to make clear is that I'm getting my dog in 3 days. I'm getting my dog on April 30th. But because I'm getting my dog, that means I'm not allowed to live at the assisted living house where I live now, because you're simply not allowed to keep a dog here. I moved into a new apartment in June or July, I don't know for sure which month yet. So I have to move in back with my parents until I get to move to my own apartment. So today, it's Monday the 27th, if I'm right. It's Monday the 27th. I'm moving back in with my parents. I'm doing this a few days before I'm getting my dog, just to make sure that I adjust a little bit already and that I'm not like totally uncomfortable at the same time that my dog is uncomfortable, because she's gonna live in a completely new house with new people, with another dog. It's gonna be very confusing for her, so I want to make sure that before she comes I'm already a bit settled in and adjust to being back with my parents. So I'm going to live with me, my mom, my dad, my brother and my sister. And then we have 2 dogs, Yip, which is a golden retriever, that's for my parents, and Blue, which will be my assistant's dog. So this whole situation with moving back in with my parents is a bit strange. I've been living in an assisted living house or clinic since I was 16, and I'm 22, almost 23 right now. So it's gonna be weird moving back in with my parents with their rules and being around them constantly, being around like 4 other people and 2 dogs. Like, I'm used to being alone. So it's gonna be a real challenge for me, but not only for me, also for the rest of my family. Luckily, it's just a few months until I get to move into my apartment with my dog, so it's just temporary. Because I'm getting an assistant's dog, it's very important that she gets used to being around me, and that knowing that I'm her owner and that I'm the most important person for her. But because I'm living with my parents, that's going to be a bit of a challenge. So we arranged that I can go back to my house right now, right here, 2 times a week, from after breakfast until before dinner. So I get to spend 2 days on Tuesday and Thursday being here at home, just with Blue, my dog, and just on myself, so she can get used to a different room, a different house, and she gets to get used to being around me only. And it will also be good for me to escape my family for a bit. At my parents' house I have my own room, which is in the attic with my sister. Well, she she sleeps in a different room, but we share the attic together. At night Blue will be sleeping with me. She'll be in a bench, but after she's like a few months older, she probably will be able to sleep with me without her bench, so she can actually for example help me with when I have a nightmare. She'll be able to wake me up and help me get through it. What will also be weird is the part about my eating disorder. I'm doing a lot better, I'm healthy, and but that doesn't mean my eating disorder is completely gone. Right now, because of the coronavirus, I'm used to eating alone 6 times a day. I used to share every meal with like a mentor from an assisted living house and 3 or 4 other girls, and now I'm used to eating all by myself. I'm completely in control of when I eat, what I eat, and I'm doing very, very well. So it will be very weird moving back in with my parents, having to eat along with them, and also having them like kind of controlling me. They won't control me because I asked them not to, but it will still be, I don't know, it will still kind of happen probably, because that's natural. I still have the confidence that I'll do very well and that I'll be able to follow my meal plan the entire time, that I won't lose weight and I'll remain stable. So I think that won't be a problem. I asked some people to asked me questions on Instagram relating to moving and getting my dog. I already answered like 4 questions that I got, but there is another one about the stress level. What if I get completely overwhelmed, if I get a panic attack, or if I feel the urge to self-harm or suicide comes up? What am I gonna do? Well, luckily I can still contact the people from the assisted living house. Just because I moved to my parents for 5 days a week, because I'll be here on Tuesdays and Thursdays, it doesn't mean that I'm gone. It means I can still contact them whenever I need them. And my mentors, I have 2 of them. They will visit me at my parents sometimes. I'll be here, so then I get to see them. But also all the other people working at the assisted living house are still reachable for me. So whenever I feel stressed or get panicked or whatever, I can still reach out to them the way I do right now. The only difference is that they can't come over and help me get through it. I have to do that by myself. But I won't be by myself because I have my Blue, my doggy. It is going to be different because I'm not used to sharing my emotions with my parents. So I'm kind of scared how that's going to go, because I'm just not used to sharing my emotions with them. The happiness is fine, but I don't feel that often. So it will be a challenge, but I'm sure we'll find a way to manage and we'll get through this together. There was a question about how I'm gonna do this all while the coronavirus is around. So I did see my parents already during Corona time. A few times I stayed at their house right at the beginning of Corona because I was too stressed out to be by myself all the time. So I leaned on them. So I'm used to being around them. But it's going to be different because my parents won't be at work, my siblings won't be at school, we'll all be home. And that's going to be hard, like I addressed before. We're all going to be at home like the entire time. And I'm used to being by myself. So that's going to be a real challenge, but I'm sure like the rest will figure it out. And when we don't, we'll just have to talk about it. And I can also always reach out to the people from the assisted living house. They can always help me. I can reach out to my therapist, who can always help me. So there's a fly. Yeah, we'll get through it. There has also been a question about my other dog, Yip, which is my parents' dog, and how my dog, Blue, will get along. Well, that's a big question for both you and me. I have no idea. I'll probably update on my Instagram account, or Blue's Instagram account actually, which I'll insert here. We don't know. Yip is a very sweet dog, but she can be a bit distant towards other dogs. But I think that, well, yeah, I don't know. It's a question we don't know the answer to. We'll just have to see. We have a plan on like how they're gonna meet and stuff like that. So hopefully it will go well, and I think it will go well because Yip is a very sweet dog and Blue is just a puppy. So I think it will go well. Someone asked me if I'm gonna bring all my stuff over, like my couch and stuff like that, but no, that's never gonna fit in my tiny room at my parents'. And because I'm still going back home, because this is my home, I'm still going back home twice a week, I can leave like most of the stuff here, like for example my plants. I don't need to bring them all to my parents. I won't be sleeping at house, which is weird. I just had my last night here in my own house, which is weird. I slept terrible. I don't know if that's why, but I slept terribly. But yeah, no, I won't be bringing all my stuff. Another question was if this specific person was allowed to visit me, and Blue, of course. Yes, if we're close friends, you're allowed to visit me and Blue, but not all at the same time. So she has to get used to me and being around me. So if there are a lot of visitors, it's gonna be confusing. and because she's gonna be an assistance dog, not everyone is allowed to pet her. When I give permission, you're allowed to pet her, but when I don't, you're not allowed to pet her. But with my friends, of course, it will be fine. You're allowed to pet my dog. But with strangers and people I meet on the street and stuff like that, they're not all allowed to pet my dog. Because she's not a normal dog, she's an assistance dog. And even though she's a puppy now, she still needs to get used to like kind of working for me and helping me. So, but yes, you're allowed to visit, girl. Another question was if I was gonna say goodbye to the assisted living house for good. Well, I'm not. I'm really bad at saying goodbye, so I'm not gonna yet, because partly I will still be here and still live here twice a week. Sometimes I can stay here in the weekends as well, but that's not sure when that's gonna be. But no, I'm not saying goodbye to anyone yet because I'll still see them. And I'm gonna miss them way too much just to say goodbye already. I think that are all the questions that I got, and if I didn't answer your question somehow because I looked through all of them, or if you want to know anything, just leave a comment or contact me on Instagram. I'll answer everything. And yeah, I hope this video was somehow useful or interesting. I don't know. I hope you learned a little bit, things got clear, and I'm gonna make a video of me taking Blue home on Thursday, so that's the next video coming up. I'm very excited to take her home. Finally have her here. I've been counting down the days for like over a week now, so I'm super excited. And I'm nervous as well because it's a whole new responsibility that I'm gonna get, but I'm sure I'll be fine. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!